Hey, and welcome back to MovEvolution's Move Lab. And we are talking about the exercise external rotation for the rotator cuffs, one of the most common exercises out there for the rotator cuffs, but I don't think we as clinicians, trainers, coaches, physical therapists utilize it to its fullest potential. So let me tell you how I specifically teach external rotation, and I'll give you a few bonuses, a few tips to bring your rotator cuff strengthening to the to the next level. So the most basic exercise is the band external rotation with the TheraBand, exercise cord, even a bike tube if you don't have an exercise band at home. You can also use cable columns at the gym. Now, the basic structure, the basic position for band external rotation is sitting or standing, elbow by your side. However, little trick. Take a little towel or pillow, gentle squeeze between the elbow and the ribs, making sure the elbows are back here. You're not performing knees rounded. This will encourage your scapular muscles to be a little bit more engaged during the exercise and keep you in this position versus a rounded position. Okay. Make sure you are keeping that wrist in neutral as you internally and externally rotate. You want to provide the right angle so you have resistance throughout most of the range of motion, because if I'm facing this way, I have a good resistance here, but by here, there's nothing. I want resistance throughout the entire range. Again, don't force by extending the wrist at the end. I don't want any wrist movement. Keep the wrist in neutral. Gentle squeeze. And as far as the level of the TheraBand, for this, when the elbow's at the side or by the side, the level is going to be right about my elbow. Here are a few tips to progress this. Change the angle. Start to raise the elbow up. So the elbow is no longer at my side squeezing the pillow. I am now a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Eventually, I can do these at about 80 or 90 degrees of shoulder abduction. Another tip, change the resistance. Once in a while, you can use the band, cables. You can also use a dumbbell, whether you are sitting and standing with the elbow at 90 degrees or 45 degrees or a little bit higher. You can do one hand, you can do two hands. Also change the position. Again, you can do these sitting, standing, or sideline. Here, elbow side, gentle squeeze, elbows back. You don't want a rounded shoulder. And again, full range of motion. Don't have dumbbells? Use water bottles. Resistance is resistance. Load is a load. Now, the final thing I'd like to mention, this is when it comes to sport-specific programming. So 3 sets of 10 is good for the first week or so until your body becomes acclimated. But you want to think about what your goals are. So you're going to tweak your rest periods, your reps, speed of the movement, the sets, and even the frequency, times you perform these exercises during the week. Again, these are going to be based upon your goals and your sport or your activity. So to summarize, little tweaks with the external rotation exercise. Change positions, change the resistance, and be sport specific when it comes to your programming. Heal, move, evolve.